Hi, I'm Stuart Anderson from Dry Treat, and today I want to talk about efflorescence and how sealing with a dry treat impregnator can help control it. Now, here's an example of what efflorescence looks like. Efflorescence has been caused by these mineral deposits, these white mineral deposits, and they've occurred all over this concrete paver. They're very difficult to remove and they look unsightly. Okay, so efflorescence occurs from two main sources, from within the material and from outside factors. So here's a concrete paver. It's made up of cement, sand and water, and when they're mixed together they form a chemical reaction, and there's an excess amount of minerals, and those minerals, when water comes through the paver, are brought to the surface and cause this efflorescence. So that's the interior one. And the second way efflorescence can occur is from groundwater underneath, coming up through the paver and reaching the surface. So the paver may be sitting on sand, so it could be sea salt from the sand. It could be these minerals from the mortar bedding, or it could be just some groundwater, other minerals that are in the groundwater. Okay, so the secret to controlling efflorescence is to use a dry treat impregnating sealer. Now, on a paver like this, it could go in 1/2 inch or more and make the first part of the paver completely water repellent. That way water and the waterborne salts can't reach the surface and you can't cause efflorescence. Okay, to demonstrate how a dry treat sealer will help control efflorescence, I've got 3 pieces of stone here. One's been, this one is the control, it's not treated. This one's been treated with a common impregnator on the market, and this one has been treated with a dry treat impregnator called stain-proof. So we're going to pretend that this stone is sitting on your patio outside. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of water in this tray, and in that water I'm going to dissolve some salts. Same sort of salts you might find underneath your patio, like salts coming from your mortar bed or the soil. Okay. So I'll make the salt mix. I'll throw in some hot water. Get it stirring. Some sea salt, sodium chloride. Couple of teaspoons of that. Some calcium chloride. And some magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salts. So all these minerals you could find in the groundwater, quite common. We'll make it super saturated just for the point of the demonstration, and we'll just let that stir for a few minutes whilst it dissolves. Okay, so we've got plenty of salt in there, and I'll just turn that off. Most of it's dissolved. So what I'm going to do now is just put a very shallow layer of water on the bed there, and over time I'll just leave it for a little while and we'll see what happens. The water and the salt will get dragged into the stone, and we'll have a look at what the results are in a little while. Okay, so we'll just leave it sitting there. Okay, so we've let the stone sit in the salt water for the last 12 hours. And you can see how the untreated stone has become dark. It's really dragged in the water and the salt. The competitor product has also become a little bit dark around the edges, and you see the dry treat piece of stone is still looking good. To accelerate the process, I'm going to use a hairdryer to dry the surface and really show the salts. Okay, so this is the untreated one, and you can see these white marks is where the salt's forming, where the water's evaporating and the salt is forming. Okay, so the stone treated with the competitor's product, you can see a bit of water coming through, and the formation, the salts are just starting to form in a couple of areas, just coming through there, this white salt. And the last piece of stone here that's been impregnated with the dry treat product is still looking good. The surface is nice and shiny, there's no water coming through. Okay, we've got the untreated piece of stone, and you can see how dark it is from the water and the salt coming all the way through the surface. And we've got the competitor's product here. It's also it's become very dark, except for this one little area here. And you can see the dry treat impregnated piece of stone. It's dry all the way through. Alright, so this sample was treated with stain proof, but Metacream or 40SK would work equally as well. So we want your paving to look like this rather than this, so I recommend using a dry treat impregnator. So thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.